All right, looky what I got there. 8445. This is what Motorhead Mike told me to get off the forum, so that's what I got. I actually only got one. I broke my ratchet trying to get head bolts out like a dummy. You know, I didn't pack a big tool. I wasn't planning on getting heads. I was actually going just thinking I could maybe find a set of them aluminum fin valve covers, which are, you know, on the older 3/8 earlier stuff. Everything at my local U-Pull, you know, is the 3800 newer Series 2 stuff, so they're not the same pattern. But, you know, that wagon was there and those valve covers. I took the valve covers off and I just happened to look down there at the casting number inside the head and it was 8445, and then I about crapped myself, you know. But anyway, Mike, I got the heads. So hopefully, you know, the car will run a little bit better with these. I guess these are the same as like what Grand Nationals had and stuff. I don't think they're nothing special because they're all on front wheel drive 3.8 also, but I guess they flow better than my 79 heads, obviously. So, and they're direct bolt on. So that was really awesome. The car showed 104,000 miles on the speedometer. So that's even better. I mean, that's kind of low mileage, you know. I'm kind of hoping I can just lap the valves, but I'll know more when I clean them up and get to looking at them real good. But anyway, I'm happy. I got my valve covers that I really wanted, and I didn't have to go to eBay and pay big money for those. I got these at a U-Pull salvage, and I actually took a long block over there that I owed them for a core, so I really don't have a whole lot of money in this crap at all. The bad thing is I got to go back and get that head, so I do have to pay for the head. So I'm going to treat my wound because I busted my hand pretty good and cut my finger trying to use a 3/8 ratchet, you know, like a dummy, and broke it. So I'm going to treat my wounds. I'm going to get a 1/2-inch drive ratchet and a 15mm socket, and throw a couple bottles of water in a backpack, and I'm going to head back over there real quick, try to get that head off there. It is the one at the back of the firewall, and there's a lot of shit on that engine to take off. This is the front one, so it was pretty easy to get off. But anyway, there was also an 88 Caprice there, and if you know, watched my videos on my Oldsmobile Cutlass Salon Aeroback, these are the mirrors I put on it. The Caprice mirrors have the same exact angle as the door of a Century or a Salon, so the mirrors actually set straight. You know, they resemble the 86 to 88 Monte Carlo SS Aero mirror, you know, like F-Body and Fiero, but these are all their own off the Caprice. And I think it's only a couple year run on that Caprice, you know, the square body one. These are a little bit bigger than Monte Carlo, not a whole lot bigger, but a little bit. But I like this style of mirror. That's always been my favorite G-body mirror, is that style like that. Anyway, I put them on my Cutlass Salon and I love the look. So now I've got a pair to put on my Century Aero. I'll have to put a lens in this one, but that was pretty awesome. On that Century, I actually took all that mirror apart, and I took all of the cable stuff loose at the mirror up here from my factory Salon mirror that was a remote, and I used the Salon's remote sport mirror cable on that Caprice mirror. It was pretty tedious, but it ended up working, and it was tight when I was done. And you know, it had a longer cable because the Caprice remote goes in the upper door panel, and the G-body, you know, is down in the door panel, the lower plastic door panel. So I'll actually extend this again. I'm not looking forward to that part of it, but you know, this is something I'm gonna do later. This ain't something I'm doing next week. I just grabbed these because they were there and they were convenient. I think they're like $10 a side, so I grabbed them. I got real lucky that Caprice had manual windows, so I was able to roll the windows down and just reach right up in there to them nuts with a little 10mm wrench and snake them out of there. So anyway, guys, I went to O'Reilly's this morning. I bought a bunch of parts, and I'm kind of glad I did. A lot of that stuff that I ordered for that Turbo Buick engine was special order. The radiator hoses, I guess they're a couple days out. But anyway, I guess they're pretty specific since it's like a V8 width radiator, you know, and the hoses are like 10 miles long because that V6 sets so far back in that engine bay. So they had to order those. They had to order in the water pump. Got a thermostat. What else did I get? oil filter, just a bunch of little stuff, you know, that I'm going to need. Transmission filter kit, front and rear seals for the transmission. That 204 I'm going to use. After I left O'Reilly's, I went by Walmart and I got some Prestone antifreeze, 2 gallons of that, and then I went and got some distilled water. I got 4 gallons of that. You know, you're supposed to mix, or I always have anyway, especially with aluminum radiator. I like to mix distilled water with antifreeze so it's less corrosive on that aluminum. Like tap water, you know, out off your hose would really tear one up after some time. But anyway, I got some carb cleaner and some brake cleaner, some brake fluid, you know, just crap I'm gonna need when I'm in the middle of that thrash next week. So anyway, I'm good to go. I'm gonna clean up my hand and I'm gonna throw a bunch of tools in and I'm gonna head back over there. It's 90 degrees outside and I was burning my ass off over there, but I am sure digging my air conditioning on my truck. I enjoyed that all the way back home. So anyway, I'm gonna get back on it.